Off to a great start, 4 under on her front 9. Jennifer Kupcho, a putt for birdie.
Well, they're all doing kind of what they need to do, don't they? With the very low scores, you just want to kind of minimize mistakes. You just keep the scores ticking along here. The greens are perfect. The course isn't long, so if you can keep it in play off the tee, you can have a lot of short irons and scoring opportunities. This one's a little bit of a quick one, downhill right to left. Greens rolling about 12.5 to 13 on the stint meter.
Just did not play that high enough with how much that broke. It looked like she had a great line on it, but it really dove at the end.
Second shot at the 10th for Jennifer Kupcho, and this is the risk reward right now for Kupcho, trying to get there in 2. And this is going right. She'll be all right.
And then get that big bounce now. Jennifer Kupcho has a little work left to try to get up and down for her birdie.
Yeah, Amanda, Jennifer played a phenomenal second shot because that ball was on a slide down slope and ball above her feet. So for her to generate the speed to get it up and on such a good line was impressive. She has not got a very good lie here. Again, it's a little bit like Angels, just settle down a little bit. It looks like in a kind of an old divot grown over.
Yeah, sometimes with those, I'd almost pretend like I was in a bunker, you know, really open up the club face, make sure that I took a big swing and had the ball accelerate through to have it pop up, and that was really well done.
Yeah, so she'll have a chance for a birdie as we take a...
As long as the short putts I don't like.
I'm with you. Now Kupcho takes the flag out, having this putt for much closer for birdie.
This is actually quite a crucial putt, Justin. She didn't take care of 7, missed a short putt on 8 for birdie. Didn't hit a great putt on 9 for birdie. You can't let another par 5 get away. So slightly downhill from here. Makes this, I think, all of a sudden you build a lot of momentum onto this back 9.
And Jennifer, too, can get very hard on herself. We've seen that in the last several years, that if things are not going her way, so kind of poor body language, she can really kind of put herself down, and you get some putts to fall. You can go the other direction, like you said.
She stood up and out of that one quickly. And she's got that quick walk going right now, too.
Well, for Jennifer, this is for sure, and this is the 3rd hardest hole on the golf course today. So the really narrow alley, making it a challenge, even though it is a short hole. It's only 336 yards.
Yeah, it's one of those nice tournaments where I think everyone feels like they got a chance to win. If you don't have the length, maybe some weeks you can't compete. This week, everyone has an opportunity.
Well, it's crazy.
Look at where she put that ball when she was in the middle of the fairway.
It was a little awkward with the lie and having to alter her stance and her body weight distribution to kind of go with the slope. You produced that low shot that really took a big bounce.
Now Kupcho with her second.
Just inside 100 yards for Jennifer. And everything just slopes right back to that front edge, as Amanda talked about. So you do have to control the spin a little bit. She is a fairly high spin player, so got to be a little bit careful here. Took a little bit of speed off, which will help. Should get a little bounce forwards. The greens are firming up, aren't they?
Guess what? There's no rain in the forecast either, and a lot of heat. At the 11th, Jennifer Kupcho has his birdie putt coming down the hill.
Gently downhill all the way, Justin. So she can stay in her posture here. As you said, she came up very quickly. A mixture of a poor stroke and a less than stellar attitude, I think. So sometimes with a little less expectation from this distance, you can make a better stroke.
Yeah, you can almost see when she's putting that there isn't a forward press to her putter face, that it's almost creating a little bit of loft. I've noticed on the 10th hole, it almost hopped, and I kind of even saw that, even though obviously.
On the tee at the par 5 12th, coming off the birdie is Jennifer Kupcho.
One of the more open holes, you can let this one loose. And that is release right down the middle. Lovely swing there.
As soon as you said let this one loose, she just unloaded on that one.
It's like she heard you took notes.
Yeah. Now Kupcho with her second.
Well, it was, speed is such a big part of Jennifer's game. I was talking to her trainer Ewan, and he's on the road with her quite a few times, and it's keeping everything maintained. But more than anything, it's making sure there's the accountability to make sure you maintain that during the year, which gets harder and harder as the season is so long.
When Jennifer won the inaugural Augusta National Women's Amateur, her fairway woods and her hybrids, it was unreal. It was one of the most impressive hybrid fairway wood displays I think I've ever seen, pro or amateur alike. Too heavy.
All right, we get 2 bunker shots here. One by Jennifer Kupcho, one by Angel Yin. And just looking at it from this angle, which do you like more?
I like Angel's a little bit more, but Jennifer's ball is just a little bit below her feet. This should be a pretty simple shot. There's plenty of green to work with. It's a fairly flat landing area, so really not that hard at all.
Jennifer just had to kind of work with her stance a little bit more, but I agree, this second bunker shot, this is almost the ones as a player you looked at for Angel and like, I can almost chip this in, because there's plenty of green to work with. She has a very good lie, a good stance. You're not having to get too cute with it, kind of find a landing spot and kind of visualize it down, because if you pick up, if you jolt like that, it's so easy then to alter the club face and you can mishit it.
And just that the mistake was made with area, just a hit poor shot, so you're having to have a downhill sort of tentative putt, which is kind of what that stroke looked like. At least Jennifer didn't hit the greatest bunker shot, but is below the hole, so can be a little bit more confident in her stroke.
Yeah, that's a couple of tentative strokes that we've seen from Jutanagarn in the last few holes. She's so confident with that 3-wood off the tee, off the deck in the fairway, but the putter right now, not as much confidence. Now, let's take a look at this stroke here for Kupcho. Looks like she just pushed it a bit.
Yeah, she was able to be aggressive with the speed, but kind of kept it out on that right side, and like you said, just pushed it a little bit outside of her line on the right side and didn't break enough. And it is a 95 right now, and they are just really being extremely receptive.
A little bit of rain fell on Monday. That kind of softened things up. The temperatures the last couple days have been virtually perfect. Now today through Sunday, we'll see the temperatures high 90s, maybe even reaching triple digits.
My face is going from a rosy pink to potentially purple by the end of the week.
A rosy glow or a pinkish hue?
Very much a combination of the both. Like I said, they all hit it about the same distance, so would have learned a lot from the quality of that strike.
Oh,
coming off
bounce.
the edge, nice.
Yeah, really had a little bit of a member's bounce, having it come back towards the hole. Took a more aggressive line than Angel. If you're feeling like, the tempo is off, if the stroke is a little off, there isn't a practice putting green you can go jump to and hit a couple practice putts. You're playing competitive golf. You're on the golf course, and I'm sure she'll try to go out after the round and try to figure it out. But it's really hard to make those adjustments on the golf course.
Now Kupcho
just drifting left to right the whole way. Just about to be inducted into the Colorado Golf Hall of Fame as well. Nice little accolade at a young age.
Just never got it there. Wow.
It looked like she thought it was going to be quite a bit quicker than it was, because really good line and sounded like a solid putt, just did not give it enough.
It's even magnified here, isn't it? Because it can basically come down to a putting contest this week. So it just seems like you put a little bit more pressure on yourself on those very makeable putts. Now, there should be a mere formality for Jennifer.
It is, as she gets to 4 under on the day.
That slides quite a bit.
Kupcho second at the 15th.
So laying back leaves 160. Just don't want to miss this one left. As a result, just wafted one a little right. The better miss over there.
The body language for Kupcho, you would think she's like, you know, +3 on her round. She's 4 under.
But wow, that was a beautiful shot.
Kupcho has a birdie putt here at the 16th.
It's a really subtle ridge that runs down this right side. It feels like it's going to move it left, but you've got that hump coming off the bunker. It was just a really awkward putt to read. That was actually a really good putt.
Yeah, you could see her feet were aimed left, so her body was kind of aimed that direction. Those double breakers can be really tricky to navigate, especially when you're also juggling speed. But wow, she's making it look easy with those 4 birdies in a row. Chipping.
Now Kupcho on the tee with the driver.
So far, it's been pretty impressive with this club. And that's down that left edge as well, hugging those left trees. But that'll be fine.
Yep, in the fairway.
Was actually talking to a friend of mine.
Down, not release too much.
Now Kupcho in the fairway.
Okay, really good drive for Jennifer. 128 left. So 2 good looks so far from her playing competitors. See if you can match them. Just got to control the spin, because anything short has a chance to roll off. So carrying that quite a bit deeper. And a little pull.
And those pulls to the left, everything was a few yards longer as well.
Patience aren't as high. And she just looks very, very comfortable. Really good pace control. This is one of those putts on a similar kind of putt where you can just stand over it and just let it loose without having to worry too much. Coming just a little bit right to left off of that bunker on the left side of the green.
That can be so much of a mind game too, like trying to trick yourself into having that feel that stroke when it is a shorter putt for birdie or is that shorter putt for par, because obviously the mechanics are there. You have all the building blocks of having a good putting stroke if you're able to do it, you know, farther away, but then this can get really tense and, you know, try to force it to go in when it gets inside that kind of should make this distance. That just did not get on the right line right from the start. Didn't hit it high enough on the left side.
Now Kupcho. This is position A.
Absolutely. 133 for Jennifer. So it does tilt back from behind the hole. You can use that little backboard if you want. Got to go just a little bit. Okay, nicely done.
Just about hole high. We'll have that putt for birdie. Now Kupcho. Again, we talked about this, Gary. The way her body language is, you'd think she's +3. She has this putt now to finish at 5 under.
It's been impressive, isn't it? Yeah. What could have been?
And she only missed 1 green the entire day.
Just coming very gently right to left, slightly downhill.
Obviously frustrated with that, but the stroke looked pretty good. It just broke more than she was planning. Bogey free, but like Gary said, kind of that what could